landmarks spread over Bangladesh remind of that story gloriously. For travel, study and research, the archaeological sites of Bangladesh are ideal places. There are several World Heritage Sites. City of Srinagar is included into the 100 destroyed historic cities in the world. The capital of the first independent Muslim Sultanate was at Srinagar. Out of 3 cities of ancient Srinagar, this Pramanno city is like a living museum. Numerous mementos from different ages reveal the golden past, proud history, and ancient heritage of this land. The ancient-most Buddhist heritage of Bangladesh is at Mazdangar, Bukhara. With an area of 2,100,000 square meters, surrounded by the enclosure wall, the Pramanno is the most ancient urban structure of Bangladesh. Around 2,500 years ago, this was a luxuriant fort city. To be enriched by this glory, the world-famous Chinese pilgrim Yun San visited here in the 6th century AD. The Shonpur Buddhist monastery at Bahadur, Nagaon, built by the King II Dharmapala around 1200 years ago. Inside this monastery of 243,840 square meters, there are various structures including the central temple, 177 rooms for the monks, dining hall, kitchen, treasure, stupas, chapels, and many more. Blessed by the memory of learned Onkish Dipankar Srigyan, this monastery was a conquer of students, researchers, learners. This proud yard of Bengali intellect is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The most important structure of Lal Mai Mainamati at Kumilla is the Shalborn Buddhist Monastery. With an ambience of 34 acres, each arm of this monastery is about 168 meters long. Being like a pilgrimage site of devotion and philosophy, this the then residential university of 155 chapels has sprinkled the light of wisdom and education over the ancient state Srinagar. There are uncountable archaeological sites of Hinduism spread all over Bangladesh. Putia at Rajshahi, known as the territory of innumerable temples and archaeological landmarks, is holding the majesty of architectural art from different eras. A splendid sign of Bengali art and culture is the Kankaji temple at Dinajpur. The attractive designs of terracotta and the marvelous structural look have made it recognizable as the temple of great architectural beauty. 11 temples at Joshua. So many Shiva temples in one place. Nobody will find such arrangement anywhere else in Bangladesh. This site of about 300 years is as heart-touching by the tale of an anguished princess as the architectural beauty is fascinating. The archetype Republic of Bangladesh has diversely been enriched by the Muslim architectural landmarks. More than 500 years old, 60-dome mosque, which is a part of the magnificent mosque city of Bagirhat, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the largest and the most beautiful mosque among the ancient mosques of Bangladesh. Along with 70 globular and 7 rectangular domes, this mosque of Sultani age is treated as the most captivating Muslim architecture of the Indian subcontinent. The Chotoshona Mosque at Chapai-Notganj, famous as a gem of the Sultani architecture. It is as spectacular with its grace of adornment as it is antique. The historical city Dhaka emerged in 1608 during the Mughal age. The most attractive structure of that period is the Lal Bagh Fort. This magnificent landmark of the Mughal era is now the symbol of the capital Dhaka. Holding the grievous memory of Karbala, the Hussein Dinar at Old Dhaka area is around 350 years old. One of the renowned buildings of Dhaka is the Asan Masjid by the side of the river Purikonga. This historical Nawab palace is witness to the evolution and exploration of the capital Dhaka. The only Armenian structure in the capital Dhaka is the Armenian church at Armanitola. This 250 years old church reminds one of the memory of the Armenian people who lived in this country. The bright one chapter of the history and heritage in the near past of Bangladesh is the age of zamindars, that is, the landlords. Numerous attractive palaces spread over the country tell the colorful stories of the bygone days. Holding the gorgeous history, this Dikhabatiya Palace at Nator is now Uttara Ganabhavan. Not only to sprinkle the beauty of craftsmanship, an enriched city was founded for this palace in that golden time. Another glorious sign of Nator dynasty is the King's Palace of Nator. The legendary history and architectural plans of this palace tell the story of the golden past. In the northern part of Bangladesh, the Taj Mahal Palace at Rampur will definitely enchant you. The signs of the glowing past embrace the palace. Baliati Palace at Shatulia, Manganj. Along with centuries-old buildings, the palace explores the prowess of the zamindars. Murukara Palace at Naranganj. This spectacular palace of the then local zamindars was constructed with a combination of subcontinental and occidental structural design. This mind-blowing palace, Rose Garden, was a garden house of the Zamindari period. This historical edifice is not only a symbol of Corinthian Greek architecture, but also a unique platform of the political and cultural evolution after the partition of India. Michael Madhusudhan Gupta, the son of a landlord, became a poetic genius of Bengali literature. He was born and brought up in this house, Dottobai, at Shagudari, Joshua. Pavitra Kutibara at Shilaidor, Kushtia, is a remembrance of the Nobel laureate poet Rabindranath Tagore out of his 6 memorable houses in Bangladesh. This house is a unique and enriched memento of the Bengalis. Bangladesh, a kingdom of archaeological splendor. Come and embrace the majesty of history.